Dear AM, Tina gave birth to a gorgeous baby, but I don't know if it's a girl or boy yet. Eunice.
I remember I saw her just the weekend past. It was probably time for Tina to deliver. And so it has happened finally. Which is news I have been dreading. This is especially concerning considering what has happened to all her babies since I first became aware of her in 2017. When I first met Tiny, he was at least 5 to 6 months old. He caught my eyes because he looked just a tad bigger than a newborn. And there's Tina, his mum. Not only was he tiny, he had a very weak bite for a baby his age. A baby who appeared to be chronically starved. Fortunately, he did beat the odds and is now a grown male, tagging along with Lowena's troop. He is a normal-sized adult male. His small size when I first met him was all down to undernourishment. A condition which I thought back in 2017 could be remedied by simply giving either him or her mum Tina extra provisions. Initially. That was Tibbon, Tina's baby born in 2018. As Tina was already on my radar then, I had caught this baby early on, a week to 2 after he was born. A big baby, I would say. Tibbon seemed healthy. and I believed I could prevent any undernourishment by giving Tina supplements whenever I saw her. I was wrong. Tibbon only lived for less than 3 months. He disappeared by the first week of October 2018. Tina was left with Tiny. The following summer in 2019, Tina gave birth again. A girl I called Teeny. This was a normal-sized baby. Teeny made it. She is now a very low-ranking 5-year-old female in her natal troop, Skullhead. And one thing I have learnt from Teeny's story is that the problem lies with Tina's lactation. Extra provisions for Tina never translate into extra milk for her babies. Teeny made it because she held out until she could forage for herself. Her brother Tibbon unfortunately couldn't wait till that stage. He was starved to death. It appears Tina's milk has always been nutrient poor. It can only sustain a baby for only so long. Tina skipped 2020 and miscarried in 2021. In 2022, Tina gave birth again. A girl called T. She was a big baby like Tibbon. Unfortunately, she suffered the same fate as Tibbon. She could not hold out until she could forage for herself. She disappeared in the first week of July. She lived for just over a month. So Tina was without a baby again. Tina gave birth again the following year in May. By all accounts, a normal-sized baby this time. And a baby girl again. A girl I named Teensy. And she looked just like her tenacious older sister, Teeny. She was tenacious in life too. She held out until she was old enough that Mum Tina would let her forage for short periods every time I bumped into her. At just over 3 months old, she was a scrawny thing like Teeny was at her age. The effect of undernourishment was very much in evidence already from the nutrient-poor milk Tina produced. But this time, my hope was high to keep her alive. Between Monkeys Inc. and I, we might be able to pull it off. But a baby on the loose was an easy target for those baby-crazy younger females about to come of age. Unfortunately, her own very sister was one of them. So what very little precious time Teensy could have used to supplement her meager diet was now wasted by Teeny as babysitting time. And worse, Teeny didn't appear to be a very careful babysitter either. There was an added unnecessary risk that Teensy could become injured. If not already. If Teeny would not let her sister go, there was no way I could help Teensy. It was almost quite impossible to help Teensy even if I or Monkey's Inc. bumped into her, as she would almost always end up as captive of Teeny. And each window of opportunity for her to get some nourishment was cut short by Teeny. That was the last time I saw Teensy alive. She passed away the following day according to Monkeys Inc. Thinking back, I don't believe she had succumbed to starvation. Teeny's clumsy handling of her sister could have played a part. Teensy could become injured when Tina was hot on Teeny's heels. Not only do I have Tina's poor lactation to contend with, but I also have a baby-crazy Teeny to consider too. The odds are all stacked up against this newborn of Tina. Once again, finding Skullhead troop is always easy. There they are. So it's just a matter of waiting for Tina to pop up with her baby. Or I can walk around to see whether I can spot her first. Wild, the alpha. Skinny's daughter and granddaughter. Sarah, with her prominent rectal prolapse. Safi is doing well. Skimpy is a good mother just like Skinny. Here comes Booper with lavender. All these babies are healthy and active. While I have yet to see a baby of Tina who wasn't scrawny and lethargic at the same stage as these babies. Hold on, isn't that Teeny? Why is she holding a baby? And more, she appears to be nursing it too. This baby looks as big as a 2 to 3 week old. Where did she get the baby from? Has Teeny ended up as a baby kidnapper like Di once was? I can see that it's Lil Boy. Whose baby is this? Whoever it belongs to. Teeny appears to be doing a good job, protective and caring. But a baby can't survive very long without constant nursing, as the temperature is hovering above 33 degrees Celsius or 91 degrees Fahrenheit. An animal that size will succumb to dehydration very quickly. Let's hope Teeny hasn't had that baby for long, and that its mum would appear shortly to reclaim it. So far, no one seems to appear remotely interested in that baby Teeny is carrying. The baby, however, doesn't seem to be distressed at all, like it's been kidnapped. And it's been nursing constantly. Whether there is any milk is another matter. I wonder what the exact relationship this baby has with Teeny. So far, Teeny appears to be a good and caring babysitter. A significant improvement from her behavior with Teensy. If I hadn't known Teeny, I would have thought she was just the baby's mother. Aunting is an important experience in these females' coming-of-age lives. It prepares them to become a mother. But still the baby's life is in danger. Without fluid it won't live for long. This baby is only larger than a pint glass, it doesn't hold much water to lose. Monkeys don't sweat, but they still lose water through breathing, urinating and defecating. Let's hope its rightful mother is here soon. Honestly, I am really tempted to just grab this baby. But I shouldn't, as I don't know the background story. Besides, I will get mauled down by an angry troop. The full force of wild troops. And Skullhead is one of the largest among them. No. Besides, this baby still looks very alert. Teeny probably hasn't had it for long. Let's wait for its mother to turn up. The baby is still trying to nurse all this time. It can't be comfortable for Teeny. Sooner or later she will return the baby. This really is one huge baby. Perhaps it could be older, but definitely not more than a month. No crying, no complaining. How come this baby is not calling for its mother? Oh, what the heck? Am I not here supposed to be looking for Tina with her new baby? Not someone else's baby who's been kidnapped. But the problem is that this baby worries me as I can't see its mother around. What are you really up to, Teeny? Suddenly, something dawns on me. Teeny is so low ranking. Who else could she have taken the baby from? As a lone young female, she could not get close to a mother with a baby, let alone snatching one. Unless that someone is one she could stay close to. Sugar! Could this be Tina's baby? Teeny's new baby brother? If that's the case, this baby is only a few days old. It really is at risk of dying from dehydration. My only way to verify is to look for Tina. Tina being so protective of her newborn, she would cuddle up her baby and run at the slightest hint of trouble. Even I had trouble getting close to film. There is no way she would let Teeny babysit, unless she is in some sort of trouble herself. Is the baby getting tired or drowsy? Someone is trying to groom me. Go, kid. This isn't time for fun. The baby is trying to nurse again. And Buttercup will not leave until she can undo my shoelaces. There is still no sign of Tina turning up. It is difficult to tell whether a baby monkey is dehydrated or not, as they are all born wrinkly with sunken eye sockets. It doesn't look as though Teeny is going anywhere. Perhaps I can go and look for Tina before I decide what I should do next. Is that Tina up there?